Good morning, student. Today I am taking the first chapter of our class 9's NCRT, that is the real number system. But before I start the topic, I just want to recapitulate whatever you have learned earlier in the lower classes. In the lower classes, we first learned about the natural number system, that is, which start from 1, 2, 3, and so on. Then the next step was whole number, which start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Then the next step was your integers. Integers means it comprises of negative numbers and the positive numbers including 0. Negative numbers on the left side of 0, positive numbers on the right side of 0, including 0. And we know 0 is neither positive nor negative. Then the next hierarchy was your rational number. Rational number are the numbers which can be represented in the form of P upon Q, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. Now, for example, we can say 7 is a rational number because 7 can be represented as 7 upon 1. Minus 8 is a rational number because it can be represented as minus 8 upon 1. So, we can say that all the natural numbers, all the whole numbers, all the integers, they come under the set of rational numbers. Now, what about the numbers like root 2, root 3? Your teachers in 8th standard may have asked you to find out the value of root 2 up to 2 or 3 places of decimal. Why? Do you know? Because the number of places of the decimal, it was never ending and neither it was repeating. It was endless. So such numbers like root 2, root 3 are called as irrational numbers. The numbers which are comprises the rational as well as the irrational are called as the real numbers. So we can say that the real number, it is a combination of the rational and the irrational numbers. Now we will view in detail that how we can represent the rational and the irrational number with the help of the flowchart. Now just look at this one, that is real number system. It comprises of rational numbers and the irrational numbers. Okay. Well, what is a rational number? Rational numbers are numbers which can be represented in the form of P and Q, P upon Q, where P and Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. Irrational numbers are the numbers which are not rational. That means it cannot be represented in the form of P upon Q. Now, irrational numbers are the numbers which are non-terminating and non-repeating decimal. Now, what is non-terminating? Non-terminating means never ending. For example, root 2, when you find it the value, it is never ending. Plus, the digits are also not repeating. So, such numbers like root 2, root 3, root 5, root 7, they are coming under irrational number. Okay, now rational numbers are terminating. For example, if I take 5.75, 5.75 can be represented in the form of 575 upon 100. Okay, so 575 is an integer, 100 is an integer, so it is a rational number. It is a terminating decimal, means it is stopping somewhere. Where also the decimal like 3.777777 and so on, where 7 is continuing, it is repeating, but it is non-terminating. Such decimals are also coming under rational number. In the later part, I will be telling you how to convert a non-terminating but a repeating decimal into a rational numbers. Okay, so we can say that rational numbers are either repeating decimal or repeating decimal and non-terminating, or it can be a terminating decimal, whereas a irrational number is a non-terminating and a non-repeating decimal. Okay children, just we will recapitulate once again. That is, all the natural numbers, whole numbers, integers and rational numbers, they come under the real number system. Also, one more important group of numbers come, that is the irrational number. One thing you have to remember very accurately, that a rational number is either a terminating decimal or it is a non-terminating but a repeating decimal. I again explained terminating, like for example 5.75, it is a terminating, it is stopping somewhere, and it can be represented as 575 upon 100. You can reduce it to the simplest form. Also, like the example 3.75, 75, 75, 75. You will see that 75 is continuing. But, so therefore, this type of decimal also comes under rational number, and in the latter part, I will be explaining you how to convert such type of decimals into rational number. Whereas root 2, root 3. Root 2 is 1.414, so on, so on, so on. Something, something, something. It is continuing, but the numbers are not repeating. So therefore, it is a non-terminating and a non-repeating decimal. Similarly, root 3 is 1.732, so on, so on, so on. The numbers are not repeating as well as it is never ending. Such numbers are called as the irrational numbers. So rational and irrational together, they form the real number system, and every unique point on a number line represent the real numbers. Thank you.